Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Getting Involved at Cal State Fullerton webinar. My name is Christina Cruz. I'm the grad assistant for Student Life and Leadership, and I work with student orgs, and I'll let the rest of my colleagues introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Ashley Malone. I'm the admin support coordinator.
Hi, my name is Rihanna. I use she, hers pronouns, and I'm the grad assistant for Sports Club at Student Life and Leadership.
Hi, everyone. My name is Allie Ullman, and I am a graduate intern in the Office of Student Life and Leadership.
Hello, my name is Leanne Kinsler. I'm the coordinator for student organizations, and I will be monitoring the chat box today. So if you have questions, feel free to drop them in the chat box.
Hi, folks. Xiaopan, also work for the Office of Student Life and Leadership, sports clubs area specifically, but I also do event planning consultation with our student orgs and help with Discoverfest as well.
Great. Thank you, everyone. And before we move on, I do want to mention this is being live streamed to YouTube, so please note the session is being recorded. So before we start, we just want to share with you all the mission statement and outcomes of Student Life and Leadership as a whole. So the Office of Student Life and Leadership provides support and fosters community engagement. We empower students through involvement, leadership, and co-curricular learning opportunities to enhance their Titan experience at CSUF. So through this, we hope that students will be able to develop leadership skills related to their involvement within their organization, and that students will have a Titan experience related to their involvement with co-curricular activities. The 6 branches of student life and leadership are campus activity, fraternity and sorority life, community service programs, leadership programs, clubs and organizations, and sports clubs. And lastly, we'd like to just quickly introduce you to the rest of our staff who isn't here. Some of us introduced ourselves already, but this is just a brief overview of everyone who works at Student Life and Leadership. So today we'll be covering why you should get involved, TitanLink, Discoverfest Fall 2020, SL YouTube channel, Student Life Connection, and Discoverfest tips.
So part of the reason that we want to share why you should get involved is the reason of making friends and lasting memories, becoming a part of a community on campus, building your network and resume, discovering new interests and hobbies, developing skills that will be applicable to a future career, and learning more about your own identity and future goals. And as you can see from this graphic that we've included, it's our little end of the year report card from last year's academic year. You see that undergraduate presidents and treasurers had a GPA of 3.2, and then you can also see that other board members had 2.9, 3.6. So there's also a correlation to academic success when you get involved and you experience leadership at Cal State Fullerton.
So next, we just want to introduce you all to TitanLink. So what is TitanLink? TitanLink is a platform that we use to connect clubs and organizations to students. And now more than ever, this is very crucial given that we are virtual. TitanLink has various resources and information regarding clubs and organization events, as well as department events. This is all in the events tabs of TitanLink. Why is TitanLink important to you? Kind of like alluded to earlier, you can explore student clubs and organizations. You can learn, join, and follow these organizations. There is news articles. You can stay up to date with clubs and organizations as well as campus departments. And finally, there's an events tab where you can find events that are occurring and engage with these events. So getting to TitanLink, you can either visit www.fullerton.edu/TitanLink or go to the TitanLink tab on the portal. And if you can click the first one, Ali. So initially when you're in your portal, you'll see this little sidebar prompt up. You're not gonna hit default apps, you're gonna go to more apps. So if you can hit the next tab, please, Ali. So when you see more apps, you'll see all these different apps kind of pop up and you're just gonna scroll down. And if you can hit the next tab, please, you will finally see one that says TitanLink. Just click TitanLink and you're gonna log in with your CSUF portal information and you'll be on TitanLink. So what is Discoverfest? So traditionally, Discoverfest has taken place every fall and spring semester, and usually it's a 2-day event that takes place during the second week of each semester. And Discoverfest itself serves as an opportunity for all clubs and organizations to show the many involvement opportunities at Cal State Fullerton. And this gives students the opportunity to discover new organizations and find their community at Cal State Fullerton. So we just want to give you a little glimpse of what Discoverfest looked like when it was in person. So here's a quick little video.
Allie, I don't think we can hear the sound.
You might have to stop sharing your screen, and then when you reshare, double click the lower left hand corner where it says like share sound from computer as well.
I'm involved because I want to gain leadership experience.
Because I love representing Cal State Fullerton.
I love improving people's lives. It's really important to me to really give back to our community and making sure we're uplifting one another.
I want to spread awareness. I get to interact with like-minded individuals.
Because I want to make a difference in people's lives.
We care about people's health.
I am involved because I want to pursue my passions. For the kids. I'm involved because Titans reach higher.
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 Thank you. So as you can see, that's kind of a little glimpse of what Discoverfest looked like in person. And as many of you know, this year we will be having a virtual Discoverfest. This virtual Discoverfest will take place on TitanLink, the feature I told you about earlier. This will be happening tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're going to have registered student organizations virtually table through our virtual Discoverfest, and we'll show you what that looks like in a second. And students looking to get involved have the ability to filter through organization categories and interests to find an organization of interest to you. And you can choose to join student organizations' virtual booths in real time to meet the members of the organization. And so the Discoverfest event page looks like this. So that's how you know you're on the event page. And that's one way you can get to the fair. It says, currently it says preview virtual fair, but when it's live, you'll be able to join the virtual fair. Another way to do this, or once you join the virtual fair, can you click the next slide? This is what it'll look like. So through here, I mentioned earlier, you can select categories. Can you tab one more? And so these are just some examples. So are you interested in campus departments, career planning, College of Communications? There's a lot more. These are just the ones that were there at the time I took these screenshots. But you will be able to see all the organizations. And as you can see on the screen, there's a request to join button and a meet online. The meet online will take you to their virtual meeting booth. Request to join is to actually try to join the organization and receive more information. So this is what the Discoverfest platform will look like tomorrow.
All right. Another tool for helping you get involved that kind of goes hand in hand with DiscoverFest is our new tool called Student Life Connection. This is a tool that is designed to gather some information from students who are looking to get involved to help us to generate a list of involvement opportunities that may interest you, to help you kind of get started in finding ways to get involved at Cal State Fullerton. So it's a way for us to kind of gather information from you so that we can send you a few recommendations for student organizations or maybe even campus resources for you to get involved with. And so this form has various involvement topics that it'll ask you about, including like some identity and communities, hobbies, interests, and activities, things related to academics and careers that you're interested in, and leadership as well. And to access this form, you can get to it through TitanLink through various ways, and you can also find it through the tiny URL here at the bottom of the screen. And additionally, with this Student Life Connection tool, we are also promoting a giveaway for the first 250 students who fill out Student Life Connection. And so for those students, those first 250 folks who fill it out by 11:59 p.m. tomorrow, Thursday, September 3rd, you will be able to get a no-touch door opener like the one that you see here on the screen. And so for the first 250 folks to fill it out, we'll have this mailed to you. And again, the tiny URL is found here on the screen, tinyurl.com/studentlifeconnect. So that's how you can access the Student Life Connection form. And another way to help get involved and explore more things going on campus, or at least within student life and leadership, is through our YouTube channel. Right now, we've been adding student organization highlights or commercials where you can see short video clips from different student organizations that are kind of like highlighting what they do, what they have going on. So you can go there to kind of see what some of the clubs are all about. Our YouTube channel also features videos on student org officer trainings, TitanLink features so you can learn more about how to use TitanLink, different campus policies. We also have a lot of videos from Titan Resource Fair that talks about different campus resources, as well as some how-to tutorial videos. So there's a lot of good, helpful content on the YouTube channel that you can check out, whether you're wanting to learn how to navigate some of the technology or you're trying to learn more about the student orgs that are available on campus. And again, you can use the tiny URL at the bottom of the screen to get to it, the QR code there, or go into YouTube and type in CSUF SLL and it should come up as well.
So just some things that we would like you to consider before you attend DiscoverFest tomorrow. Who will be at DiscoverFest? Like Christina mentioned, you can check on TitanLink and see the orgs that are participating tomorrow. What are you looking for at DiscoverFest? So what are the interests that you have and who might you be seeking out? What are some questions you have about the clubs or campus departments? Remember to gather their contact info or maybe social media so that you can connect afterward, and prepare to meet a lot of people and have a good time.
A few questions to ask at DiscoverFest when you're interacting with student organizations. We have some listed here. So some things to start with is, do they have meetings, right? You know, what every student organization is going to look different. Maybe they have weekly or bi-weekly meetings, or maybe they don't have meetings, but they just have like random events that they put on throughout the year. With like speakers or like socials, things like that. So if they do have meetings, find out what day and time, how frequently, to see if it's something that fits into your class schedule that you can actually attend. And if it's something that doesn't fit into your schedule this semester, but you really want to participate in this club, you can kind of make a note for it. And maybe next semester you can kind of like schedule things accordingly so that you can participate with them next semester. Another thing to ask is what kind of activities and events does their club facilitate? So like I mentioned, they either have like weekly meetings, maybe they have socials, they have speakers, maybe they do community service, things like that. Just kind of asking what kind of things they do, like what does being a club member kind of look like for this organization? What are some of the key benefits of participating in this club, right? So if it's academic, maybe you're able to interact more with faculty members or people in your department, things like that, learn more about your career or maybe dive deeper into an interest that you have. Another question is if there's any fees or dues that are required to join. This is something good to know. That way you have that information right away. Ask how much it is. What are the commitment expectations for members? This could always look different depending on the club as well. So, you know, do you have to come to X amount of meetings? Is there certain things that are expected of you to be able to remain current in their club? And then you can ask them what inspired them to join, right? That can give you some insight and perspective into what other students get out of being a part of that club is what inspired them to participate. Like what things do they get from it? What has them coming back each semester or each year? And asking them also maybe how this club has impacted their experience at Cal State Fullerton, right? Like has this provided, you know, a sense of community for them at Cal State Fullerton? Have they been able to connect with, you know, other folks, you know, that have similar interests or a similar major? Or, you know, are they able to maybe learn more about things that they're interested in or learn more about their career? Like what has kind of helped their experience at Cal State Fullerton from being a part of these orgs? So these are some things that you can ask because I know it can be kind of awkward, right? Like it was awkward sometimes when it's in person, when you were walking up to a table. And I don't think that gets any easier when you're in a Zoom situation with folks and you're like, what do I say, right? So these are some questions to have handy if you're not sure what to ask folks.
And we also have a slide of things to consider after Discover Fest. So after the event, a good idea is to connect with the organization after Discover Fest. Hopefully when you meet with them, they let you know ways you can connect with them. So if they were of interest to you, you have a way to communicate with them. The other suggestion is to attend student org meeting or meetings after Discover Fest that you were really interested in, really want to get to know more. We also recommend that you visit TitanLink frequently for upcoming events. There's always events that student orgs are posting, sometimes campus departments, but maybe there was an org you didn't get to visit, but there's an event that's really cool. That's a great way to learn about what they're doing and how you can engage with them. And finally, we recommend that you fill out the Instagram story bingo card and the hashtag #WhyDiscoverFest card. These will be posted on our Instagram, and if you tag us, we will repost you on our story, but this is just a good way to engage with one another, especially being virtual. We want to find ways for you all to kind of connect. And finally, or I'll pass it over to Rihanna.
And then we also have this QR code and tiny URL for you. If you have any questions about DiscoverFest, we recommend that you check out our FAQ live document. So this is always being updated. It's always being added to. So if you have questions, there's even a table of contents that'll help you navigate it a lot easier. This is very helpful. So go ahead and screenshot it. And it's also available. We can send the link in the chat too.
And again, to kind of reiterate some of what Christina was sharing, follow us on Instagram. During Discover Fest, we'll be posting various helpful things as well as these story templates that we were talking about. So this is an opportunity to kind of, you know, share why you got involved, who you're getting involved with, and just kind of have fun with filling out our bingo card and stuff like that and sharing it on your Instagram. Be sure to tag us at CSUFSLL, and we're using the hashtags #WhyDiscoverFest and #CSUForgs. So these are just like an image of some of the things that we'll be posting that folks will be able to interact with and share on their Instagram. So just keep an eye out for that tomorrow. And that is it for us. So thank you all for tuning in. And I believe at this time, if you have any questions, you can go ahead and type them in the box, in the chat box. We'll be around lingering for a little bit to answer any questions that you may have. But thank you all for joining in. If you don't have any questions, you can go ahead and log out. But if you do have any questions, now's the time to kind of ask, now that you have this captive audience of folks who can answer these questions. So go ahead.